Hello, hello. Good evening. Hi, hello, good evening. So there were a couple questions that came through today. What I'm getting is like, stay away from the Queen of Wands or Queen of Swords. No, we're not going in that direction. But I did have 2 questions that were awesome, I thought, that we can do. So before I just turned this on, I was shuffling and I was asking Ethan if it was okay if we did a reading, if he was okay to do a reading on or with. And I did the upright yes, reversals no, and we got a yes. So then I just turned on the camera and I was going to say hello, welcome. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. Thanks for coming. And while I was like turning it on, so I have a camera and my iPad and my phone. Some people like to see the cards. Sometimes I don't really care either way, like for my own personal self. But the point is that the card that jumped is Ethan. So this has been the card that he has shown as himself or the kids. It's like the group as a group whole. Since the very beginning, I started doing these readings. So and this is the Wheel of Fortune. So the question that I want to ask him, this is going to be heavy and hopefully it's pretty cool and chill, but he's here and we got the okay. The question is, Ethan, do your parents and siblings know the truth? So I am going to shuffle these. They've been shuffled. I'm just going to wait until it feels right or they jump out and ask if Ethan's parents and siblings know the truth. All right, these cards are ready, and we have some jumpers. Okay, I should have done some research on this. Okay. I need a drink. I'm getting choked. The card that jumped originally is the card that represents the Idaho 4. Two cards jumped, Judgment in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. The reason that I got choked up was because when I cut the card, the 7 of Swords came up. And that's like when we realized that the Queen of Swords was literally the Queen of Swords. She is a thief. Okay, so what I know about Ethan's family is, well, the rest of the question, I don't want to ask too many questions. I don't want to confuse the cards or myself. But I know that he has a brother. Well, he's a triplet. And I think there's another sibling, I think. So I remember in the very beginning of this case, there was a question of the hunters. Allegedly, Ethan's best friend, Hunter, or Ethan's brother's best friend, found him and tried to take his pulse. Allegedly, I don't know. I'm going to call bullshit on that. But yikes. So and I've said this before because I can't remember if anyone remembers seeing it. I remember it might have been at Ashley at the Reckoning. Ethan said this betrayal was like the deepest. It was almost like a soul pain betrayal. It wasn't just like this is a betrayal. I get that. But what I'm saying is that's something I remember that he said, and it could have been when we were channeling somewhere. He said this was like such deep betrayal. And the question that we just asked here, let me pull some more cards because I just want to be able to tell the whole story. You'll never guess who decided to join us. The Queen of Swords is here. Okay. The Queen of Swords, welcome, Dylan. Pull up a chair. We have Justice upright. I'm going to put Justice and the Wheel of Fortune at the top of this because I'm going to explain these as I see them, and then maybe we'll start putting it together. So the question was, do Ethan's parents and siblings know? The cards that we got are Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse is wonder who we're picking up. Well, it's self-doubt, inner critic, ignoring the call. Someone went, I wonder if it was his brother. It's almost like that Robert Frost poem, The Roads Verged and I Took the One Less Travel. And then we have the King of Swords in reverse. That has been known to represent our Queen of Swords. Was his brother also into knives? Was he a knife expert? I remember seeing the Sigma Chi brothers. They're really into knives. This is not really the place, guys. Might want to drop the look. This is manipulation, misuse of power, emotional control. What's his brother like? Is that who we're picking up? It's not the queen. The queen's just here to remind everyone that she's part of it. She's a micromanager and she's touching all of it. But I'm not feeling her at all. I'm feeling a masculine. And I know people are going back and forth on the Dylan trans thing, and I'm not getting it at all. I'm getting feminine. I think her life lesson was to come here and like girls, but not love them. Just be nice, strike. So I don't know what this brother's like. And I mean literal brother, not brothers from the house. I don't know who we're picking up yet, but we'll figure it out. So then we have the Three of Cups. That's the party. Yeah, we're gonna go do this. This is a great idea. Celebration, friendship. It's a great idea. We have the Star. Since literally Ethan's star went out, I'm not sure if he's showing us like this is who put my star out, and you might have nailed it with that question. Because right after the Star we have the Thief. And then we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Oh, by the way, all of these cards are in reverse except Ellen. Oh, and Justice and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, and the Cups. So there's 4 out of 12 that are upright. The rest are in reverse. Seven of Wands is like his brother manipulative. This is another manipulation card. Like, overly protective. We have the Emperor in reverse. I'm gonna chalk that up to our Queen of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. This is the wells running dry. 4s are pillars. So a foundation of a house always has 4 pillars in reverse, like greed, possessive, stingy. There's another possessive manipulative card. Then we have the 9 of Cups in reverse. What is this kid like? Is he smug and cocky? The 9 of Cups in reverse is like, well, cups can mean addiction. So it'd be an addiction card. I think if this, I don't know who's, well, I haven't confirmed whose energy we're tapping into yet. It's a masculine energy, and he is super manipulative. And then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and that's like unpredictable, unfocused, restless. He makes like careless decisions. He rushes in. He already has his sword pulled, and he's like already riding, and no one's even told him where he's going yet. He has no direction. He's just like, I've got this. Then we have the Queen of Swords. Don't forget, the manager's overseeing her little minions. And then we have the 3 of Swords in reverse. That's the ultimate heartbreak. And Ethan said that this was like the ultimate heart betrayal. I'm just gonna see if it's the brother. For some reason, I really hope it's not. But okay, we just had the 10 of Swords jump. It's like that's literally stabbing someone in the back, with all literal, not medically. Ethan, is this your brother? My 2 5-card pull. I'm just gonna say, is this your brother? Okay, we just got confirmation that that's a yes. I'm gonna switch to the Pulp Tarot. This just got super heavy. So the 3 of Cups just jumped. Felt nauseous a little while ago, so I've just been kind of chilling for a second. I felt like I was going to throw up. Okay, the 3 of Cups that jumped out. The 6 of Pentacles just jumped out. These are pretty literal. If there was any question about what 6 of Pentacles means. So 7 of Wands. Okay, so the cards that jumped. This card is a 7 of Wands. And I feel, oh, can you see it? I feel like this is what Ashley got with Ethan, like protecting Xana or like not leaving her alone. Like he wasn't going to leave her alone to fend for herself. There's a really disturbing video going around that also looks like it could be this. They don't have wands, they have swords in the video. But then we have like the 8 of Wands. I mean, this is like fight. They're like preparing for a fight. There's 2 little people right there. And drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Guess who showed up? Hi, Dylan. It doesn't matter what deck I use. You always show up. I'm gonna get her a manager badge. I don't know. Let's keep going. You know what's on this 6 of Pentacles? The Justice. Look, he has the Scales of Justice. You see that? He has the Scales of Justice on his hand. Oh, I'd love to see that. I don't really know what's going on with this kid, but he's waiting around. His cups are empty. The Hierophant. Thank God. All right, so the Hierophant is our hero. You might know him. We have the Magician in reverse. That's like all of their lies and tricks are coming out. Magicians are, all these cups are in reverse. We have 6 of Cups. This is in reverse. This is a fleeting moment of happiness, but it's not even upright, so I wouldn't give it any happiness. It's like your cups are empty, could have an addiction. I think we got the answers that we needed. I don't know if the parents know, but the first 5 cards that jumped were somebody got paid. We have the Pentacles and the Scales of Justice are here. This looks like the fight that night. Wow. Not the part that's going around, but the idea. He wasn't still standing in the part I saw. This is like prepping for war. And our little manager's running in to supervise. There are 3 of them. That could be the manager. Oh, actually, I don't know. That sounds so weird. So there's 3 people that planned this. I need to see a picture of this kid. Oh, But then we have the Hierophant who came out with this cups, which means you're going to be the good guys and come in and save the day. Does that mean that this micromanager was calling in to the good guys? I would have expected to see the Emperor here. I don't know. What is this brother like? Is this brother? The next question is, why are the Chapins cars in evidence? And why? Okay, then I'm just going to do one question at a time. Let's start with, why was the sister's car at Xana's? Ethan, why was your sister's car at Xana's? Ethan, why was your sister's car at Xana's? The cards, and it was the death card. I think you were right about that too then. And the next card is the Ace of Swords. Judgment. Judgment on this deck is Pretty Little Wands. I mean, this is an action card. And there's like, in this deck, there's like a city in the background. I mean, if the Ace of Swords, I feel like it speaks for itself. We asked specifically, why was your card Xana's? And the card that we cut was the Death card. And this is like, the Emperor and the Hierophant and the King of Swords are all on this. Oh, wait a second. And, okay, so we have our Queen of Swords. Shocker. We have the Hierophant and the Emperor. You know that. She's playing all of these guys. There's like a city in the background right here, which means it's on another card. Probably Death. I don't know what the other side of Death is, but we're probably going to find it. Yeah, I think you nailed it. I don't really get why though. Okay, I just got it. So we have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. There you go. There's your answer right there. So we have two fours. Fours are foundation. Four of Swords in this deck is like, this is the deck, this is the card in the other deck that some people will say is a rest and relaxation card. To me, this is like they died in their bed. I don't think Ethan did. I think Ethan was outside the house. I don't even think he was inside the house when he died. And that's something I just am feeling either intuitively or there's just too much isn't adding up. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. It's like, save me from myself. Here's some money. Here you go. But at the end of it, we got 10 of Pentacles. And this has two dogs on it too. If the Fool. Fool is like running in, not knowing. Look how happy she is. On this card, it's a girl. I mean, in this deck, she's like so excited. She's running in, and she was running right into the Knight of Swords. This is Sigma Chi. This notoriously has represented Sigma Chi since I started doing these. What we do know about true crime is that you always start close. Oh, great. And money, jealousy. Wait, isn't it like money, love, jealousy? There's three things that it always comes down to. Did Ethan have a life insurance policy? Like, why would he be worth more dead than alive? I am not 100% sure if the whole family was involved. What I am sure of is, in one of these readings, I kept getting chariot. Chariots, now it means car, boat, or something that moves. And your question was, why are the Chapins cars still in evidence? Well, we got the Ace of Swords. This was the chariot that may have. I'm also not convinced that this was all knives. I don't know. The more that I've been looking into this, like, I mean, the video that I saw showed that Ethan was not alive outside the house on concrete. There was a cop there. You can see the badge. For some reason, didn't someone wake up in the middle of the night because they heard a gunshot? Was that this case? I don't believe anything that comes out of Idaho. Straight up. But what this is looking like collectively with all of the readings we've done is that this sword was in the Chapin's car and it was used to move goods. And when was it put into evidence? Like, or 3 weeks later when the cowboy was running in to save the day and get his own swords out of there? Like, I don't know, but this is not a warm and fuzzy card. I would say this is Ethan coming to say hello to everyone who betrayed him. And if you can't see it, I'll make it nice and clear for you. Ethan is haunting the shit out of you, and you deserve it. All for some pentacles. Like, I guess in my own mind, I was just thinking like that your family wouldn't do that, which is also very presumptuous of me. I honestly didn't even think of looking into the family at all. But these cards are very clear. Why was the sister's car at Xana's? I feel like the sister's car was at Xana's as part of like this setup. Like, Ethan got set up by the people that he loved the most. And he just wants you to remember that he's now communicating through people across the country and the world, and everyone can see what you guys have done. No way. The Six of Wands is like notoriously Dylan and Quinn. It was in reverse. Excuse me. It was in reverse. I'm going to read these upright. I've been reading these ones upright. This is like the validate me. I need to feel appreciated and loved. Like there's no self-love. I get this one almost every time we have this dinner party and their friends haven't shown up yet. I also don't think that Quinn, I know you can set up, I mean, first of all, Snapchats, I don't think it would take a rocket scientist to have it pay. I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't believe any of it. We get the hermit. Well, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, Quinn was there. Where's this little girlfriend? She's here on the death card. Oh, you know what? Didn't we have 2 4s? So the death card is a 13, so 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4, 4, 4. We have 3 4s on here. And an angel number. I actually just ordered a deck of angel card numbers, but I think 4, 4, 4 is like, well, it'd have to be, I want to say embracing change, but I could be wrong. Well, we have, someone can, I'm not live. We have 3 4s here, and both of my electronics are being used, so I can't Google it right now. There's something important about that. So 1, 1, 2, 2. It's not the house number. There's something symbolic in those 3 4s. Knight of Wands. Yep. Oh, all right. Yes. 150 million%. We just got El Diablo. This is our Cult of Odin. The Emperor. Dylan. It shows up regularly. He's also a number 15. Well, 5 minus 1 is 4. Well, El Diablo. The answer to all of your questions is yes. That sucks. That really sucks. I really don't want to look into this family, but unfortunately. So here's our 9 of Swords. You might recognize this. This is one of my literal death cards. Didn't we have? Oh yeah, the 4 of Swords. These 2, if I got these in a real reading, I mean a reading that I was client reading or a friend reading, and I got these 2, these are also like high red warning sign. Yeah, things went from fun to serious pretty quickly. Like these are suicide cards. But I don't think that's what he's trying to tell us here. I think what he's trying to do is Knight of Wands, Page of Swords. This one I was thinking was Bethany or Emma in the beginning because perhaps they didn't have as much experience with the sword or a knife or whatever we're calling it. I mean, because but this is the manager brought her little manager with her. And the Knight of Wands. I mean, we have the Knights are right here. These are our Sigma Chi team. And if there are other frats involved, I don't really care. It symbolizes the organization. Not the organization, the organization. It symbolizes the fraternity, which I think is Sigma Chi. I honestly could care less. The only reason I could care less is because at this exact moment, I'm still taking in what information that we have right now. It's like a game changer, but in a really sad way. And these are really big accusations. And I am just reading cards. I am not accusing anyone of anything. I'm answering questions and reading a deck of cards. And I can tell you right now that things are not looking good on these questions. We have the 10 of Swords and we have the 7 of Swords. This is our thief in the night. This is our girlfriend. All right. So from here, it looks like we will be, I just want to leave all of you who are on the table unnamed, and you're only unnamed at this moment because we haven't got to that yet. But I'll leave you with El Diablo and Judgment. You guys didn't realize that Ethan and his little team were going to figure out how to communicate with the other side at the exact moment that you decided that you were going to sell yourself to El Diablo. There you go. There's it wrapped up in a bow. And you guys are on the same level as my Queen of Swords. I have a high disdain for her because he's haunting you and I'm here for it. All of you. I don't know where the parents fall on this. The brother is definitely our Knight of Swords with his little buddies. That video that we saw is 100% real. 100%. Ethan wasn't alive before. He was dead before he got to that house. So I should just rename this Blood on Their Hands. I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to start using this as my Ethan's back. And he's saying hello. And he's also saying, oh, sorry, you deal with the devil and now you guys are going to pay for it because people from all over the world are picking up the energy and it's a tough karma train for you. Well, it's absolute. I am appalled. 100%. And isn't he the one that was like giving a speech at his funeral or something? Or was that this hunter kid? I need to look at pictures of those kids because this is, I should just put this as Ethan part 1 because this is not over. I'm going to get an angel card. So we're not allowed to go on to the Queen of Swords tonight. That's still off limits. There's a hard stop on that. I'm going to read some angel cards because I don't know what I just picked. That was a great call. Thank you for the comment and we will look into that more. I just want to see a picture of their faces. I might just do another reading tonight because I am like shook. All right, I'm going to clear this energy. So we just asked for a card from Ethan, like an angel card, and we got Snake. So in the spiritual battle, well, this is like my experience. with exorcisms and stuff. I do that at, like, on houses most of the time. Sometimes people, but very symbolically, the snake, there's a good, everything is duality. Like Dylan, you can play for the government or you can play for the organization. It's duality. The snake here is like very ironic. Snake is like rebirth. It's growing out of your old skin. It's integration. It's releasing. In the Christian world, snakes are the ultimate betrayer. Eve ate her apple because a snake talked to her. In the Kundalini, like in the Buddha Kundalini world, it's like when you start waking up, the snake is your Kundalini. It's like waking up all of your chakras. The fact that he sent the snake as his, like, I'm thinking of you guys card is he can see things from a different perspective. He sees everything now. And he called you guys snakes. Tough break when you're getting haunted from the other side with some kids that are pretty powerful. It's going to be a tough road. And I think what I'm going to do, we're at 44 minutes. So I am going to pause this, probably upload it. I'm going to look at some pictures of this kid or the sister and the parents. I don't need any more information than a picture. But once I see a picture, I can read it and then I'll come back and finish this stuff up. So yes, the answer to your question on Ethan, I'm not confirmed. I'm not 100% on the parents. I'm 100% on the siblings. Not all of them yet. I'm still working on that, but 100% on the brother. Well, he knows the truth because he orchestrated. He was part of the plan. The thing is, like, we didn't get the Dylan. I'm sorry. Well, we did get her because her sticky fingers are everywhere. We didn't get the Hierophant on this last reading or the Emperor, which means, like, he's not high enough to, like, get past sticky fingers. The Chapin's car is an evidence, I would say, because there was it was the Chariot and transported the Ace of Wands. Oh no, we had the Ace. I think so far, the sister's cars at Xana's as part of a setup. It was like ultimately creating confusion was what worked in their benefit. And half the police force was sleeping with them and yada yada, and they all knew that. So by creating confusion, I think that was a confusion, like almost a distraction, but like it's like the red herring. It's like, look over here so you don't notice the blood in this car. You know what I mean? So thank you for coming. That was heavy. I don't know what I was expecting. I should just like know that, but I don't feel like I'm in a really bad mood. I feel like very vindicated for Ethan right now. I feel like what Ethan wants is the truth. And I think he's a badass little guy. He's funny too. Well, obviously we asked for an angel card and he sent us the snake. I think that's pretty cool. Well, it's funny because it's witty. So I thank you for coming. Thank you for your questions. Stay tuned. While this is posting, I might just go look at those pictures and come right back. I'm also freezing, so I'm going to turn the heat on. And I had to turn the heat off. Okay, this is a lot. You don't need to know my life, but I turned the heat off because I was getting so hot during these readings. I was like sweating, so I turned the heat off. So I'm going to start uploading this. I hope we answered some of the questions. This is just the beginning of the answers to your questions. Thank you so much. And I will love you and leave you. Thank you for coming. And